As I've stated in one of my other videos, we live in a world of lies. People don't want to know the truth because it's too scary. They don't want to admit that they never see their loved one again. The problem is, the truth is scary, but the more we ignore the truth, the deeper we will go into doing evil things. I was watching this show on TV once. It was a chat show, and they had the opposing sides when it came to religion. And this religious fellow said, he was with his wife at the time, he said, but if we haven't got a God, how do we know right from wrong? And the other fellow said, I think he was an English fellow actually, quite famous, he said, what, do you mean beating up women and killing them and not treating them with respect? The other fellow realised that, yeah, there's a lot of truth to that, so that shut him up for the moment. But yeah, we make religions up as we go because they are man-made. They're nothing to do with a God. And they do lean towards evilness rather than goodness. You know, all religions are man-made. And you can see the silliness of the whole thing. And they build these temples and things, these churches, and they go and pray and they kneel and they do all sorts of things, as you know. But that's nothing to do with goodness. Goodness is simply feeling, it's to be able to feel empathy for all life. If everyone could feel empathy for all life, believe me now, peace would be on earth and humans would all the humans would be happy. Because if we did do anything such as we wanted to have some babies, we would think, well, maybe we shouldn't have babies because there's going to be too many people in the world and we don't want to take away the land from the animals. So we would control our numbers. And then the person who likes to have their vegetables looking really nice, they think, well, maybe I better not have those vegetables looking so nice by having poison sprayed everywhere to kill the insects which bite into the vegetables. Maybe I should just put up with it as they did in the past for the sake of the insects. So you see, our approach would be of love. I hate to say that word because it's really overused in our life. I prefer to say empathy. You simply understand because you feel. It's not something that you can learn through books, unfortunately. I had a girlfriend who wanted to open she was a very intelligent girl, this is in Thailand. She wanted to open a bar, and she did, against what I said. I told her what was going to happen. I said, look, you're going to need enough money to keep going for a year or two before profits will start to come in. And the money you have would have to cover the rent and all the stock and the people that work for you, all sorts of things, and pay you your wage, etc. Well, she didn't believe in that, even though she's intelligent, more intelligent than me. And she did it. And just like I said would happen, she ran out of money after 2 months and had to shut the place. And when I told her about it, I said, look, I told you it would happen, didn't I? She said, yeah, you're right. But it's something I had to experience to truly understand. And that's what life's all about. It's something that you have to experience in every single life that you go through. Unfortunately, you're not going to be born human in the next life. It's going to be as another creature. Believe me, I'm telling you the truth. And you know the way we treat other creatures. You know we have vivisection, we have factory farming, we have slaughterhouses. People enjoy torturing animals for fun. And you know we don't put those people away, lock them away forever or kill them off because they're dangerous. Who wants that sort of person in a society, a civilized, so-called civilized society? Of course, I question that word, civilized. I think we're far from it. You know, you just scratch the surface of mankind and you find that they haven't really changed. We look really, civilized, all dressed in our clothing and things, but no, we haven't changed. We are very much what we were years ago. The only people who have changed is people like me who must have gone through terrible, horrifying suffering throughout thousands and thousands of life over thousands and thousands of years to come to the conclusion that we have come to, which is empathy, to be able to feel. It's not so much a conclusion, it's more of experience. It comes from experiences. So it's not really a conclusion. It's not a intellectual thing that you can learn. In fact, I didn't realize that at the beginning. When I realized that what's destroying this world is lack of empathy, I thought I'd go and tell all the religious people, and found that they're not interested. They just laughed at me. And that's when I realized if I can't make religious people understand empathy, which is true love, I guess, I can't make anyone understand. No one at all. No, there are just a few of us, and I mean a few, really. Let's forget the word few and just say all of you will be coming back as other creatures. Stop thinking that you're at the top of the pile, because you're not. As a human, you're not at the top. You're just think of it as a circle of life, and your humans are just one of the circle. I mean, your next life could easily be a microbe. I'm not joking. You might say a microbe, it's so small, you can hardly see it except through a microscope. But smallness and bigness and size basically is relative, isn't it? If you're a microbe, you won't think other microbes around who are attacking you or friendly with you are small. So yeah, stop thinking like this, like a horse, which has the things on the side of the head so it can't see right or left. Start to try and have some wisdom. Think about what I'm saying. No, if you want to if you want to be good, step away from religion and simply stop causing any harm. Stop using poisons. Realize you can't make these changes to a natural world. As the religious say, God made the natural world. Stop making changes to these things. And what an insult as certain people do when they cut the clitoris from a woman. They cut it off. What an insult to a God. To say that, basically they're saying, God, you haven't done a perfect job, so we're going to destroy part of your work to make it perfect. I mean, that is an insult, isn't it? And yet this is mankind. They get something and it's all to do with feelings, and then they change it. And even though it's obviously evil what they're doing and wrong what they're doing, for them they see it as okay. Perfect. Now it's perfect. It's not perfect. Evilness is a lack of empathy. Just as the Jew who was watching, he was watching from the prison cell, looking through the bars, and there were some Jews tied up to the poles there in the yard, which he was overlooking, and they were going to be shot by the Nazis. And he was thinking at the time, what is evilness? Why can they do this? And that's when it came to him, lack of empathy. They can't feel what those victims are about to feel. And that's how they can fire those guns. And that's how people can do evilness constantly and destroy this world. And God, I hate that word because I'm not religious, Stanley, as I call him, Stanley will allow you to do this because you're not destroying the real world. You're destroying what you think you're destroying is the matrix. But of course you can't destroy the matrix. The only thing that's real in the matrix is feelings. Whether that be love, hate, fear, calmness, anger. All these feelings are real, very real. But we use that word too much, love. I saw just lately on one of these true crimes where the young man said that he loved the girl. He didn't love her. He ended up killing her because after 3 years, she wanted to leave him. He got 27 years. No, if he truly loved her, he would have been happy that she left. He would have been unhappy that she left, but he would have been contented in the fact that she was happy. And if he had looked at himself more rather than her, he would have realised she had every good reason to leave him. He was interested in weird things such as cemeteries. Come on now. Anyway, if you want to know more about such things, you can read my book,